Hey guys, it's Mr. Nguyen here. Today we're going to talk about the first lesson of Unit 1, Section 1. And as you can see at the top, we're talking about combining like terms. The essential question, I'm going to highlight it here. Essential question is, how do I combine like terms? Okay? So if you were in my class, you saw the video where there was a customer who walked into this burger joint and he listed this really long order. He put this type of burger, these drinks, fries, back to the burgers, back and forth, and all of it's really complicated, okay? The goal of combining like terms is to simplify things, make it simpler, all right? So that's one of the words you'll see. If you ever see the word simplify, all right? Cases are you're combining like terms. You're distributing, combining like terms. 2 steps to simplify. Distributing, combining like terms. So we'll talk about combining like terms here. I give you an example, and keeping it, the same as the burger and fries, okay? I give you an example where it's already drawn out, right here. 6 burgers, 3 french fries, and then I'm going to order another 7 burgers, and then order another 4 french fries. Now that in itself, maybe not as quite as complicated as the video, but that's pretty complicated as well. Why can't I just, put the burgers together, put the fries together, that's my order, okay? That's the goal of combining like terms. You make it simpler. Combining literally means put together. So if I combine them, and let's highlight it. All right, I'm going to circle the burgers, okay? Plenty of ways you can do it. Just make sure you highlight the like terms. 7 burgers here. They're alike, right? 6 burgers, 7 burgers. Isn't he just ordering the same all together? 13 burgers. Because how do I get 13? 6 plus 7 is 13. And then burgers. And how about I just go ahead and copy that over? Alright, 13 burgers. Okay, let's also highlight the french fries, okay? I've got 3 french fries here and 4 french fries here. If you guys notice, I've been circling those plus signs as well. Those signs are important. When combining like terms, make sure you include the sign, okay? Okay, so there's 13 burgers, and what am I looking at? 3 french fries here, and then 4 french fries there. Together, combined, 7 french fries. And why don't I go ahead and copy those french fries as well? Alright. Missing a fry there, but that's alright. So together, if I, instead of saying 6 burgers, 3 french fries, 7 burgers, 4 french fries, put it all together. 13 burgers, 7 fries. Alright. That's much simpler. That's an order somebody can understand. Instead of having the chef, in the back, cook 6 burgers, then 3 fries, go back to 7 burgers, go back to 4 fries. Why don't he just cook all 13 burgers, all 7 french fries? Simple. Simplify. That's our goal. Okay? But if I use that same order, well, let's use in algebraic terms and add in variables, okay? So instead of 13 burgers, I'll write 13 B for burgers plus 7 F for french fries. Okay? That's the same order, okay? But say instead, not just one person is making this order, but there's 2. Okay? And in this case, I'm going to write 2 in parentheses saying 2 people ordered that same exact order. 13 burgers, 7 french fries. Yeah, I mean, that's still a lot for 2 people, but in this case, let's just say that. 2 people ordered 13 burgers, 7 french fries. How many burgers are combined all together? How many burgers should I tell the chef in the back to cook? Well, if there's 2 people, I'm going to draw a little arrow, right? 2 to 13. 13 orders. So 13 plus 13, or in this case, it's easier to say. When you see these parentheses, we're doing a method called distributing. Okay, I'll write that to the side. Distribute. We're going to distribute, 2 to the 13. So that means 2 times the 13. 2 orders of 13. 13 plus 13, 26. I'm going to say 26 burgers, all right? And then 2 to the french fries too, because isn't that both of them getting 7 french fries? What's 2 times 7? 14. So plus 14 french fries. That would be my simplified order, okay? So even from the parentheses, the orders, okay? In this case, we distributed, we combined like terms from the first part of the example, but that's our simplified form, all right? The chef in the back is going to cook 26 burgers, 14 french fries, all right? Not going to make 2 separate orders, 13 here, 7 here, and so on, all right? So, moving on. Here's a pretty important sentence here. When you want to combine like terms, you have to have the same variable and exponent. Let's highlight some keywords, okay? Same variable and exponent. That means if I give you the example 2x and let's say a 4x2 squared, okay? Variable and exponent. Why not I add a 3? Let's add a y, okay? A variable is the letter. So let's highlight that variable. Here's a variable. Here's a variable. Here's a variable. Variables are the unknown. They're usually represented by letters A, B, C, X, Y, Z. Okay, in this case, I have some X's, I have some Y's. You can only combine them when they have the same variables. But don't forget, they have to have the same exponents as well. In this case, here's your exponent. Okay, that 2 at the top. That's the exponent. Okay, and then just to clarify, I'll circle the variables as well. Okay. So if you look at this, none of them have the same variable and exponent, okay? This first example is just an x. The second one is an x with the squared on top. This is a 3, it's a y, different variable, okay? They're all different. You cannot combine these. Think of it this way. If 2x is your burgers, like say burgers, right? X is burgers. This here, the 4x squared, not quite the same. Say that squared is, instead of a regular burger, it's a double cheeseburger, okay? Not a burger, but a double burger. So you can't combine those, right? The chef has to make those differently. Same thing with the y. This is a y, okay? It's not an x, it's not burgers, it's your french fries. All different, okay? You cannot combine those. Have to have the same variable and exponent, all right? Look at one more example. This time it says to evaluate for x equals -2 for the following problem. For just looking at it, this is a really long problem. You can tell this is complicated. Let's make it simpler, all right? Let's combine things. First off, if you look at this, I see a lot of x's. I see a lot of burgers. Why not combine the burgers? Okay, let's combine the x's. X here. Make sure you grab the sign. An x here. An x here. Plus 4x here. Minus 3x, that's why it's important to get that sign, minus x, and a plus x. Let's go ahead and combine the x's. We'll get to the rest of the problem. But if I combine those, okay, I've got 1x plus another x, that's 2 x's, plus another x, 3x, plus 4x, 3 plus 4, 7, minus 3, 7 minus 3 is 4x, minus another x, 4 minus 1, that's 3x, plus another x, 4x. So totaling 4x, okay? But don't forget, numbers themselves can be simple or combined. So I'm going to go back and look at those. I have a positive 4, so we'll start with 4. Minus 2, 4 minus 2 is 2. Plus 1, 2 plus 1 is 3. Plus 4, 3 plus 4 is 7, plus 1, 7 plus 1 is 8. So that would give me positive 8, plus 8. That is our simplified version. But go back and look at the question carefully. This said to evaluate for x equals -2. So we're not done. We simplified it. It's a lot easier to solve this problem when I have this simplified version, 4x plus 8, than trying to evaluate with that long old complicated, problem there, all right? So when it says evaluate x equals -2, that means x is -2. So what I'm doing here is 4, and I'm going to replace that x with a -2. X is -2. X equals -2. So this x here, okay, becomes that -2. Bring down the 8. All right, so what is, well, look at it here, parentheses. Basically, there's 4 orders of those negative 2's, all right? So what is 4 times negative 2? If I wanted to go ahead and like highlight this, 4 times negative 2 would be negative 8. And then bring down the plus 8. And then those are just numbers. We know what negative 8 plus 8 is. What is negative 8 plus 8? 0. That would be our final answer. Because remember, it said to evaluate. We're not just simplifying. So we simplified here, and then we evaluated. And that is the lesson.